So good evening, and thank you so much for being here today. Professor Lynch, Mr. Schreiber.
Hi guys. So if I look a little bit reddish or yellowish, sorry, it's because of my light bulbs. I probably need to change them out, but I haven't done it yet because I'm being a little bit lazy. I normally change them out, but I haven't done it yet. So this is, I guess, what you would call it, story time that I'm going to share. Sorry about the background. I cleaned my bed off. I finally cleaned my bed off. I've been cleaning my house bit by bit. I haven't cleaned the dress off because I'm working that out. But yes, it is graduation season, so I finally got my degree. Yay! Hasn't made a difference in my life. No, it hasn't. Only because it's an associate's degree. So I got frames. I have this. You can't really see it because I don't really need you to see all this part right here, all my information. But this was a program I was a part of called TRIO in my community college. And basically that is if you are a first generation graduation student. So neither your father or your mother, if they graduated college, neither one of them did. So I would be considered a first generation graduation student. So that is me. So yes, I graduated with my Associate of Arts last year, and I walked across stage this year, so that was pretty cool. So I'll try to work that clip in. There was a live link to it, so I'll try to work it in. I recorded a bits and pieces of myself. And this is me right here. Yay! So you can kind of see it. I don't really want you to like see my name, but yeah, that's the college. But I showed you the college, so yeah, cool. But so yeah, I just have my Associate of Arts, so that, oh my god, sorry, I'm looking at my phone because I still do ship, so they send you orders, so I still have to keep out on stuff. You see me looking at, so I'm looking at. So that took me like a really long time, and I'm about to give away my age. So I graduated high school in 2007, and I basically jumped from school to school because I really didn't have much guidance in school. I didn't know what to do. I basically was just going for whatever lands me the best career, to, get the best career. Then I can do what I need to do, because you have to land a good job. If you don't land a good job, then you won't have a good life. And basically that's what I was doing. So I was going for business degree, then I was going for nursing, then I was going for communications because I like to write, I like to read, I like to do journalism. And then I was going for accounting, but I don't really have a passion for accounting. I know how to do all that stuff, but I just get frustrated doing it. It's not hard to do. I don't see myself doing it, because if you mess up on them, oh my god, if you mess up on those ledgers and stuff like that, no, that's not good. You'll get sued really quickly. So that just wasn't my thing, and yeah, I dropped those classes very quickly. So I graduated last year with my Associate of Arts. I went to multiple universities, so I started majoring in a communications degree. What led me to finish with my Associate of Arts, because I had been in school for so long and I took so many courses with here and there. I saw how long it took me, I was basically going over my transcript, and I was seeing how long I had before I finished my Associate of Arts, and I saw I had like maybe 2 classes, I think, or 3 classes. So I went ahead and thought, well, go ahead and do that, and that was a task within itself. So I went ahead and did that, knocked that out, and then I went back to university. Looked at that transcript, I saw how many classes I have for that. So to finish my bachelor's of communications, I have 6 courses. But because I've been in school for so long and not really much guidance, I've completely maxed myself out in student loans. And yes, you can, because when I first started, so much had changed. It was kind of hard to max yourself out. It was basically kind of, as long as you're in school, your cap off wasn't at 40. They've made it now, the cap off is at 40, but when I was at school, your cap off wasn't at 40. It was a little bit longer, so I was like, okay, well, I've only got 6 courses left, I'll be fine. No, which basically is just a semester in the summer. I should be good, but then they made a lot of changes, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like, I basically was like crying. It's like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. So basically I have to pay for everything out of pocket, which is much harder, because university classes, because they're upper level classes, you cannot take them at a community college and transfer them over, because basically they want that money. You have to finish it there, and each course is exactly 903 and some change. So that would be like $5,000 and something, and that's just for the courses. That's not including me getting the books and then paying for graduation and then like that. So you're looking at a couple grand. So that's gonna take a while to finish, but I mean, I'm still gonna do it. Just it's gonna take some time, and then I pay for my own living situations and things like that. So I would just have to figure that out. How am I gonna figure it out? I have no godly earth idea. So yeah. So that is basically my story in a nutshell. I'm not very detailed, but if you have any questions, just let me know. But yeah, so I have my Associate of Arts. I do want to finish my Bachelor of Communications, because at first I was not going to do it because I didn't know what I wanted to do in communications, because I was just so freaked out, because to me it was just like a dead end, because I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I got into doing more stuff in cybersecurity, because I like forensic. That's why I went to accounting, because I was like, okay, well, I wanted to do something that was math and science. So I was really big in math and science when I was younger, but I got away from it because as you get older, coming from my era, you didn't really gear girls towards math and science. It was more towards reading stuff. Boys were more so geared towards math and science. Now girls are geared more towards math and science because they really need it. But as far as me, it's like, no, just, it was either, you were either born with it or you just didn't have it, It was not something that you were just pushed towards. So I just kind of got away from it. But when I was younger, I really like math and science. I just got away from it more. So when I got a little bit older, I worked. That's all I did was work, because I had to work. So it was just, it was that expression, that phrase, if you don't work, you don't eat. So it's like I literally had to work, because if I was not working, I was not eating, because I had stuff to pay for. And so that's basically been my whole life. It's basically why it's took me so long, even to this day, to finish school, because like I have no choice but to work. I don't really, not to down anyone, I don't really have, I call it a luxury because not everybody's able to do that. I don't really have that luxury to just focus on school and not have to work every single thing I have to work, from putting socks on myself, underwear, everything. I literally have to work, health insurance, car insurance, whatever. I have to work. I don't have that chance to just sit down and relax for a moment. I have to work for everything. Even if it's something to do with my mother, I still have to help with that. So from the moment I was legally able to work, I had to work and pay for everything. So if it was a credit card, I had to pay for it. If it was gas in the car, I had to pay for it. If it was rent, I had to pay for it. And this was all at the age of 16. I had to pay for everything but a child. So that's all I knew how to do. So school was always on the back burner. So, and it's always been just a juggling act. So, but I still want to pursue cybersecurity. So I'm still working on my CCNA. That's a little bit harder because I just have no background IT. So trying to get your CCNA, I'm not doing it the online route. I know you hear like all those commercials on the radio and stuff. Oh, get it in 3 months and stuff. I would not do that unless you just already have that background. Then yeah, that's be a lot easier for you, because all you gotta do is just take the test. But if you have no physical background, then I would go to a community college. But even then, it's still a little bit harder, just because for me, I have no background in it. So it's still fast paced, because our courses are 8 weeks long. So it's like this, and I'm just like, what the hell am I learning? Like, some stuff I know, and then some stuff I'm just like, oh my god, what the hell is this? So it's just hard. But I mean, there's still a lot of things I want to do. So I already have my associates. I'm still working on the bachelor's. Just got to save the money for that, and then I want to do my CCNA. I'm probably going to save the money for that, because I had an income-based scholarship, but you have to maintain a certain GPA, and the class I passed, I just didn't pass it. I had a D in it, so it dropped the GPA down to, it dropped about 1 point. So but you have to maintain a 2.0, and I was at a 1.9, only because I got sick, because I get migraines, and that enables me, I can't do anything. So I can't drive, I couldn't walk, I can't look at computer screens, I get black spots around my eyes. So like if you're looking at something, you see black dots everywhere. So it's like, people think it's like a headache. It's not like a headache. It's just, so if you have migraines, you understand what I'm saying. But it's like, it's very, 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 very severe. Like all you can do is just lay down. So I basically like missed a lot of homework. And so I told the teacher, but I told the teacher at the end of class, and like I don't tell people all this stuff because I just don't want them to like look at me differently or pity me or like look at me like, oh, she's, you know, lying or something like that. I don't know. I probably should. I should have told them, but I just don't, because a lot of times I don't think people will believe me, and they're like, no, she's lying, or I don't know. I just don't want them to think I'm making excuses. But I could have got a higher grade if I would have just told them that, but I didn't. So I mean, it is what it is. So more likely, I would just have to take another course, pass it, and then I'll have to reapply for the scholarship again because it's income based. And yeah, and just go from there. So it's always something in my life. So that is just like lovely. It's like, yay. So, but I mean, I'm basically with the CCNA, I'm basically at the end of the road because I'm getting the associates, which you don't really need. But since they were paying for it, I was just went ahead and did it. You only need the certificate. Now, for the certificate, I only need the last 2 courses because I already took the first 2. There's your CCNA 1, your CCNA 2, your 3, and your 4. I'm not going to go through all of them. One's like routing and switching, IT essentials, and all this other stuff. But I've already took 1, 2. I have to take 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is the last one. But you have to take your tests for there. So you can take the test at the very end of the courses, or you can take them in the middle. So you can break it down if you want to. So if you just take the classes, that doesn't count. You have to take the test to get certified in it. So I have not taken the test because I'm not really ready to take the test, but I have to hurry up and take the test, because if you don't, then you will completely just forget everything and it would serve you no purpose. So I know that's a lot of information, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, I'm still working on that, but I'm going to get certified in my CCNA, and taking those courses will help me transfer all that into the cybersecurity for the community college that I'm at, because the board has, I believe, they have approved the cybersecurity, the degree plan itself, but they're still working on the courses. So there's still time for that. So I already have my Associate of Arts. I'm working on my CCNA. I'm trying to finish my bachelor's in communications, and I also want to do cybersecurity. So there's a lot that I want to do. As far as my career goes, right now I really would like to be administrative assistant, but it's so hard right now to do that. Like, they want you to have a degree in that, and for the life of me, I won't understand it. I mean, I guess it's just to make it more competitive, but it really doesn't make sense because it's really not hard to type up a paper. I mean, this is stuff you learn in middle school. This is stuff you do in high school. This is stuff you do in college work. It's really not hard, and this is stuff you're physically taught on the job. Like, stuff that you're physically taught on the job, now they want you to have a degree in. They already want you to have 3 to 4 or 5 years experience in. But what they fail to realize is, well, they know this is the stuff. There's just still stuff they're gonna have to teach you on the job. So it's just it annoys me now. It's just, you just don't want to hire people anymore. This is basically you don't want to hire people. That's what it is. So this is me, story time and a little bit of rant. But yeah, so this is my degree, one of them anyway, and I am working on the other one. So I will see you guys later. Bye.